Hi everyone, my name is Jen and this is my husband Ben, and we're going to taste test Wild Fred for you today. So Wild Fred is a dwarf variety, and I believe I have a clip, I will throw it up right here, of the plant. It's one of the ones that is like right behind my husband here. So it is, like I said, a dwarf variety, and this one gets to be about 3 to 4 feet tall, which is pretty consistent with mine right now. It's about 4 feet tall. This one I planted back at the end of October, and it was one of the, I did a video, I posted it already, where they were suffering. I neglected them, and then I had grown them inside all through winter. They looked like total crap. And I brought them outside, put them in the dirt, and revived them, and now they're giving me tomatoes. So this is my first ripe one. I have high hopes for it. It's supposed to be a fairly decent sized slicer, up to 8 ounces is what they say. This is only 2.5. I think I have a clip where I recorded how many grams and how many ounces it is. I think it's only 2.5. So not very big,
It's a baby.
but still really pretty. I mean, look at the color of that. And I'm pretty excited. And the top is like even darker around the stem here. Oh, I don't know if you can tell like the striping at the top. It's so pretty.
Can you see where you bruised it when you dropped it?
I dropped it on the way. I dropped it on the way out here, so it's a little like smushed right there. Dang it. Oh well. I would like to save some seeds from this one, but we'll see how much is left of it after we both sample it. Okay.
You guys say.
All right, so it's a dwarf variety. It's an indeterminate though. Whatever you make of that, indeterminate dwarf. Like, I don't think they get any bigger than 4 feet, but they said it was indeterminate. It's a, I'll put the word, I think I'm going to pronounce it wrong, rugose. R-U-G-O-S-E. Rugose regular leaf variety, and that means that the plant is the plant leaves are crinkled or wrinkled. So I guess let me see, let me look at it real quick and see if that is the case. Okay, so I just pulled one of the stems off of it, and so yeah, so it's like crinkled and wrinkled. So you see how it's, what did it say? It said like the veins or the venation. The venation seems impressed onto the surface. So you can kind of see that is definitely crinkled and wrinkled. So that's kind of neat. And it's supposed to have meaty purple fruit and be very tasty. So let's...
Is it supposed to be like sweet, or do we not know, or like...
Yeah, it's supposed to be sweet.
Like a surprise?
Oh, and I wanted to tell you this. The name of it is interesting. So this is part of the Dwarf... I don't know why I'm waving this around. This is part of the Dwarf Tomato Project. So if you don't know what that is, there's a group that is creating lots of different kinds of dwarfs so that people can grow tomato plants in smaller spaces, and it's called the Dwarf Tomato Project. So they've stabilized a bunch of different kinds of dwarf type tomato plants, and this is one of them. Its co-founder for the Dwarf Tomato Project is the guy that wrote the book Epic Tomatoes. I'll put a picture of the book right here. Really good book. His name's Craig LeHoulier. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Do you know how to pronounce it? LeHoulier?
Wait, I don't wear it.
L-E-H-O-U.
I can't even read your writing. How am I going to pronounce that?
LeHoulier. So he actually, Craig actually named this tomato, this dwarf tomato, after his father, and it was there was a funny mispronunciation of his dad's name. His dad's name is Wilfred, and someone said Wild Fred, so he named this one Wild Fred. So that's how it got its name. So it's named after Craig LeHoulier's father.
His what?
His Fasha, Dr. Evil.
His Furger? Fasha, his dad. Dad is Fasha. Oh, his dad. Oh, his Father.
So let's slice into it. This one was introduced into the Tomato Project in 2011. So it's 12 years old.
Not that tomato.
And it's a cross between New Big Dwarf and Carbon. I have grown Carbon before. I've never grown New Big Dwarf, but now I'm intrigued and I would like to have seeds for that one so I can try growing it. But Carbon was good. I liked Carbon, so I have high hopes for this. All right.
Play your finger.
Oh, that is a meaty one. All right, let me see this. Oh, that's so pretty. It's very juicy. Let me hold it up. Let's see if the lighting is good. Look at that.
Piece.
Okay, now I'm gonna cut us a little piece. Man, I hope I can have some seeds to save on this one. Oh, so this is our first slicer of the year.
It's very juicy.
Yeah, it's very
juicy.
Very juicy.
Yes, it's
All right, are you ready? Oh, I'm so excited.
smells good.
Oh, it does. It smells real nice.
I
Okay.
don't know what it smells like, but
Smells like a tomato. All right, you ready?
yeah.
Mmm.
It's like earthy, don't you think? I don't think it's super sweet.
It's not super sweet, but it does have some sweetness to it. Very meaty. You don't have to chew very much. The skin's a little bit tough. That's your favorite, the ones you don't have to chew? Yeah. How do I want to put it? It's not mealy, but at the same time, it just kind of like squishes in your mouth real nicely.
Yeah, it like disintegrates.
There's not a whole lot of gel. The actual meat itself is very juicy, so there's not. Oh my gosh, this. Whoop. Whoop.
It's really good.
The seeds. The seeds are covered in like a green. Where's my fingers? Like a green gel. It looks like
I'll zoom in like this.
like a little green gel around
Like
the
a
seed.
booger.
Stop. But it's like I'm not seeing a whole lot of seeds, so it's not.
So we should probably just eat it.
No,
Eat the rest of it.
no, I'm definitely saving seeds. You can eat after
It's
I
really
squish
good.
all the seeds out.
I'd like to eat that.
It's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay, so I'm very.
It's very liqueur like.
So, okay, so how would you rate this? I think we should start rating our tomatoes. So 1 out of 10, what would you give it?
I can't rate it. It's by itself. Nothing to rate it against.
Other tomatoes that you've like, I'm gonna say 6, which I mean, it's in my opinion, it's still good.
Compared to those little ones you gave me, those little yellow ones,
Oh yeah, go ahead, compare them to that.
those were like
For my micro dwarfs.
those were like a 2. They tasted like probably nothing.
That
I mean,
was
they were
that was
okay.
they were in the winter. They were winter micro dwarfs, and I gotta tell you, there's something about the sunshine and the heat that makes tomatoes taste good. So you can try to grow micro tomatoes and dwarf tomatoes over the winter, but don't be disappointed when they don't taste the same as that summertime heat tomato. I still like to grow those anyways, just because I like to grow things, but this definitely tastes better than the wintertime micro tomatoes. But I give it a 6 because, I don't know, maybe a 7 because it's so pretty. But this, so far the size of it, I mean, it's not very big.
I kind of
The
like
flavor
that
of
it's
it's-
not very big.
The flavor of it's kind of me. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but there's nothing really special about it. You have anything else you want to say about it?
No.
All right, y'all. That is Dwarf Wild Fred. What's left of it. All right, guys. Enjoy your day. My fingers are sticky. How am I gonna? Pinky.